A Zanzibar horror legend, Popobawa. In 1995, an entire island stopped sleeping. Men slept in groups. Fires burned all night in every village. They weren't afraid of thieves. They were afraid of something that comes through the wall and leaves you unable to say what happened. They call it Popobawa, batwing in Swahili. It does not knock. It does not need to. It comes as a shadow with one enormous wing, pressing itself thin enough to slide beneath a door, through a crack in the wall, through the gap where the roof meets the frame. Musa was 17 the night it came for his family. He heard his father's voice first, not screaming, but pleading, in a tone Musa had never heard him use. Then silence. Then the smell, sulfur, and something underneath it, something like a slaughterhouse. The elders say Popobawa doesn't kill. That would be too merciful. It visits, and it violates, and it leaves behind a single instruction, always the same: tell others what happened, or I return. So the shame becomes the weapon. The silence becomes the infection. By morning, half the village has a story they cannot bring themselves to speak, and the ones who stay silent are the ones it visits again. Musa's father did not speak for 3 days. On the 4th, he gathered every man he knew and built a fire in the yard that never went out. That was 1965. It came back in 70. It came back in 95, and entire towns abandoned sleep altogether, mattresses dragged into open courtyards, whole families sitting shoulder to shoulder until dawn, because Popobawa, for all its power, does not attack a crowd. Only the isolated. Only the ones alone in the dark, in a locked room, certain that walls mean safety. The Zanzibar horror Here is the part the elders argue about. Some say Popobawa is a djinn, bound centuries ago by a sorcerer on Pemba Island, released by accident when a family disturbed an old burial ground digging a well. Others say it isn't one thing at all, that it is the shape fear takes when a community stops trusting each other. That the shadow with one wing is old suspicion, old grief, wearing a new face each generation it needs to be believed again. Musa is an old man now. He still keeps a fire burning in his yard. Not because he thinks it will come tonight. But because the one time it matters, the one night it decides to visit again, he does not want to be the man alone in a locked room, certain that walls mean safety. They still burn fires on Zanzibar tonight. Somewhere, right now, someone is choosing not to sleep alone. If you ever find yourself in a locked room, in silence, certain nothing can get in, ask yourself why an entire island decided that walls were never enough. Please subscribe the channel, hit the like button and comment your thoughts about their thinking.